Welcome to the C tutorial guys. In this tutorial we will learn how to take user input if the data type is float. So let's begin. For me, as this is lab 3, so I am writing a task under the lab 3 folder task01.c. Do not forget to type .c because this is the file extension. On the first line I am writing the title for this task, which is take float input from the user. In our previous labs, we have learned how to take user input if we have integer data type. So I will first write the same user input for the integer data type and I will convert then it into the float data type. So I have added standard input output library stdio, then I have added here the int main function, and on top of it I am adding a comment here main function. So in the main function we use to write our code. So within these curly brackets, I am defining the variables first. So I am writing a comment here, define variables. As I have said that I will first write this task for the integer data type. That's why I have written int, and then a and b are our two variables, and I have added semicolon at the end of the line because this is the syntax of the C code. Now let's take the user input. That's why I have added a comment user input. In order to take the user input, I have written printf, and in between these two inverted commas, I am writing enter a number. And we already know that we used scanf function in order to take the user input. So I have written that in between these two inverted commas, I am typing %d because this is the format specifier for the integer data type. And then I am writing comma and a because a is going to be our variable that we have defined earlier. So let's run this code, and it is asking us to enter a number. So I'm typing here a number 4 and the code gets end. It's better to here add a colon so that we get a space when writing the user input. So far we have taken the input from the user, but we have not displayed it in the terminal. So I'm writing here as a comment display in terminal. So I'm writing printf, and I am going to display the same value of the a variable which we will be entering. So here I am writing you have entered %d comma a. Now let's run this code, and here I will randomly type any integer, and it must display the same integer in the terminal, and as you can see this is correct. And now let's talk about the float data type. If I run this code and if I type here 4.5, but in the terminal it is displaying me just 4 because this is integer data type. So let's convert this %d to %f because %f is the format specifier for float data type. And if I run this code, it is giving me the error because I have to define here float while defining the variables. So I'm defining here float, and now let's run this code, and it must give me the correct value now. So I'm writing here 4.5, and as you can see, displaying me 4.5. So that's how we take input from the user when we are dealing with float data type. And for that, we have to define float in defining the variables, and we have to use %f for the format specifier. So that's all for this video guys. See you in the next video.